Hello and welcome to this new video tutorial of one-time password for Magento 2. And in today's video tutorial, we'll be showing you the backend configuration of this extension and the workflow at the Webstore frontend. Before we proceed further, let me give you an overview of this particular extension. Basically, this extension allows the store owner to integrate one-time password verification feature within the Magento 2 Webstore, and the admin can make use of the mobile-based one-time password via SMS or email-based one-time password via email for verification purposes. The customer verification can be done at the time of new registration and at the time of checkout as well. Apart from that, the admin can also select the payment methods for which a customer would have to verify the one-time password. So let's get ahead and let's see how this extension works. And for that, let me take you to the admin backend panel of this extension first. So I've logged into the admin backend panel right now, and to navigate to the module configuration settings, I'll navigate through stores, configuration, and on the configuration page under the Webkul block on the left hand side, you'll see the one-time password. And to the right, we have the different configuration settings. The very first one is the one-time password. These are the basic configuration settings for the module. After that, we have the email settings, wherein we need to select the notification template that would be sent out at the time of new registration, and the notification template that would be sent out at the time of checkout. And lastly, we have the tool authentication, when we need to enable the mobile verification, and we need to set up the message that will be sent out, and we need to add the sender number that would be used to send out the one-time passwords to the customer mobile devices. So let's go through each of the settings one by one. And the very first setting that we have is the one-time password, and under that we have the option to enable the module on front end. So you can select a yes to enable the module for use on the front end. Otherwise, if you want to disable this extension for use, then you can select this option as a no. So for this particular example, we'll be selecting this option as a yes. After that, we have the option that says need one-time password validation on new customer registration. So here the admin can set up the option wherein whenever a new customer tries to register, he will have to enter the one-time password, and he need to validate that, and only after that would the customer be able to register himself on the web store. So if you select this as yes, then at the time of new customer registration, the customer need to validate the one-time password. Otherwise, you can select no to disable this option. Then we have the option that says need one-time password validation on checkout. So here you can set up the one-time validation, one-time password validation at the time of checkout as well. So if you have selected this option as yes, the customer needs to validate the one-time password before he can place the order at the checkout time. After that, under this option, we have add payment methods for one-time password validation. So here you can multi-select the payment options for which you want to set up the one-time password validation. So if any of these payment methods have been selected by the customer, then the customer needs to validate the one-time passwords before proceeding further. So that was about the one-time password. Now let's go to the one-time password email settings. So here we need to select two type of notification templates. The very first template is that has to be selected is for the notification template for the time of new registration. So whenever a new customer registers at the Webstore frontend, this notification email template would be sent out, and we need to select the one-time password notification template that would be sent at the time of checkout. So these are the default ones, and we need to select them up. So we are done with the basic settings. with the email notification template settings. We have selected that as well. And now lastly, we'll have to configure the Twilio authentication here. So here under the Twilio authentication, the very first option that we have is to enable the mobile verification. So if we have enabled this option as yes, then the one-time password would be sent through the SMS. Otherwise, if we select this option as no, then the one-time password would be sent through the email. After that, we need to enter the authentication ID and the token. So for that, let me take you to the user guide of this particular extension. So you can also check the user guide of the particular extension. That's the one-time password for Magento 2. So what you need to do is you need to you need to sign up for the Twilio services, and then you need to register at Twilio. So after you have registered, you'll be able to get these credentials from your Twilio account. So to register, you need to tap on the sign up button on the Twilio website, and then you need to fill in some basic details, and then under your account panel you need to navigate to the general settings. Under the settings you have the general option. You need to navigate to that section, and here you'll find the live and the test credentials. Live for the production mode and test credentials for the testing mode, and you have the account ID and the other details as well. So basically, using the Twilio, the admin can enable the mobile one-time password. So these what we say is the authentication identity and the token would be accessed from the general submenu option under the settings within the Twilio account of the admin. So let me take you back to the configuration settings. So you'll enter the authentication ID and the token here that you've received from your account there at Twilio, and then you'll enter the message that you want to send in within the text message. So here you'll enter your one-time password is, and lastly you'll enter the sender number, the number that would be used to send out the one-time password to the customers on their mobile devices. So this sender number, you will find it within your what we say as the Twilio account itself. So that was the basic configuration settings of this particular extension, and after configuring all the settings, we just need to tap the save button to save all the configuration settings. So that was about the configuration settings of this extension. Now let me take you to the front end. Let me show you how this extension works at the front end as well. So the very first example that I'll be showing you is while a customer is making the checkout. At that time, the customer will have to input the one-time password for the verification purposes. So I've already added 2 products into the cart, and I'll be making a checkout right now. And I've logged into my account basically. So I'm ready for the checkout. So here I've selected my address, and I'll be tapping the next button. And here I'll select that I agree to the terms and conditions. And now before I place the order, the customer would have to verify the one-time password. So let me tap the place order button, and here you can see that a pop-up has appeared on the screen. The one-time verification text has been written at the top, and here you can see that please enter the one-time password sent to your registered mobile number. So you'll be receiving a text message on your mobile number, and the password would be a 6-digit number. So what you can do is you can, after you have received the number, I've already received the what we see as the one-time password from Twilio. So what I'll do is I'll enter that password here, 865971, and I can tap the submit button to complete this particular order. Otherwise, if you have not received the one-time password on your telephone number, then you can tap this button that says didn't receive the code. So if you tap this button, then you'll be able to receive the code if you have not received it already. So I've received the code, so now I'll proceed further by tapping the submit button. So you can see that the OTP verified and the order has been placed. Let me show you the order details as well for the particular order. So here you can see that the payment method check money order was selected. In the configuration settings as well, where we had set up that for these payment methods, for the customer would have to verify using the one-time password there. Now let me show you how the one-time password works when a customer tries to register himself at the front end. So I'll be logging out. I'll tap on create an account. So here we are on the create new customer account page. So let me go ahead and let me register myself. I'll enter my email address. I'll select my country. I'll enter my mobile number. I'll set up my password, and then I'll tap the create an account button. So here you can see that on the create new custom account, we also have this one-time verification section that has appeared up, and we have been sent what we say as the one-time password on the registered mobile number. So I've already received the password for that, and I'll enter that up. And in the case you haven't received the code yet, you can again tap this button on the bottom end that says didn't receive the code to again receive the one-time password there on your registered mobile number, and then you can tap the submit button. So let me give you an example. If I enter a wrong one-time password and I'll tap the submit button, so here you can see that it says that you've entered a wrong code, please try again. So I'll have to enter the correct code. So what we can do here is we can again tap didn't receive the code. So the one-time password has again been sent to our registered mobile number, so we'll again receive a new one-time password. So I'll enter the new one, and I can tap the submit button, and here you can see that the OTP has been accepted, and I've been registered on the web store after I've authenticated using the one-time password. So I'm back into the configuration settings, and let more mobile verification. Let us disable the mobile verification now. So now we should be getting the one-time password on our what we say as the email address. So we are done here, and now let me go to the front end again. So I'm at the front end again, and now let's see how the one-time password is being received on the email. So for that, let me go ahead and let me create another account, and here we'll be entering our email address for receiving the one-time password. So I'll enter my email address. I'll set up the password for my account. I'll tap the create an account. So here you can see that this time it says please enter the one-time password sent to your registered email ID, and if you haven't received it the first time, then you can tap the didn't receive the code to resend the code on your registered email address. If you haven't received, you can tap the didn't receive code to resend the one-time verification code again. And similarly here as well, if you have entered the wrong one-time password, so let's get and let's enter the one-time password wrongly and tap the submit button. So it says you have entered the wrong code. So let me tap this button to receive the one-time password on my email address once again. So I have received the one-time verification password on my email address. So I'll be entering the password now. And I'll tap the submit button. And here you can see that now I'm able to register myself. I've already registered myself now. So that is how I've received the one-time password on my email address, and I have verified myself so as to proceed further and create a new account at the web store there. So now let me go ahead and let me place an order as well, wherein I'll be using the one-time password using the email address. So I'll add a medium and a blue color to my cart, and I'll tap the proceed to checkout button. So I've created this new account, so I need to enter the address as well. So I'll just go ahead and I'll enter my address. I'll select my country. I'll agree to the terms and conditions, and now when I try to place the order, we'll see that pop up again. So because we have set the mobile verification as disabled from the backend, so that's why only we can see the option that says please enter the one-time password sent to your registered email address. So we'll again receive this one-time password that we need to enter here so as to complete this particular order. So I have received the one-time password verification for the checkout, so I'll be entering the password now. And I'll tap the submit button thereafter. OTP is verified, as you can see here, and the order has been placed successfully. So that's how the one-time password for Magento 2 works, and this is how the admin would be able to integrate the one-time password verification feature within their Magento 2 web store, and the admin can make use of the mobile-based one-time password or the email-based one-time password for verifying the customers at the time of registration and at the time of checkout. And the admin can also select the payment methods for which the customer would have to verify the one-time password. The admin can also disable the OTP received on the mobile and can automatically enable the email-based one-time password verification for the customers there. And so that was much about the one-time password for Magento 2. Hope this video helped you out, and if you have any questions or queries regarding this extension, then you can always get back to us at support@webkul.com, or you may raise a ticket at webkul.uvidesk.com. Thanks for watching this video and have a great day ahead.